In a compelling and wide-ranging discussion, a YouTube video delves into the intricate web of concerns surrounding the use of impending disaster narratives, particularly those related to climate change, and how these narratives may be exploited to justify authoritarian measures and increased control over individuals' lives. Central to the conversation is the critique of how predictions of catastrophe, often exaggerated or unfounded, are wielded by those in power to instill fear and coerce the public into compliance with various agendas, from increased taxation to restrictions on personal freedoms. Jordan Peterson, a prominent voice in the video, articulates the dangers of incremental encroachments on individual liberties, illustrating how small concessions can gradually lead society down a path to tyranny, often without realization until it is too late. Peterson contrasts the organizational tendencies of leftist ideologies with those of conservative or libertarian ones, pointing out that the former are more prone to seeking centralized power to achieve their goals, posing a significant threat to individual freedoms. The conversation extends to the importance of skepticism towards institutions and the nuanced necessity of trusting third parties in daily life, while also cautioning against the blind trust demanded by those pushing for authoritarian control under the guise of addressing global issues. The video underscores the gradual process by which ordinary people can be led to accept increasingly authoritarian measures under the pretense of safety and protection, referencing historical and current global events to illustrate this point. A significant portion of the video is dedicated to discussing the potential dangers of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, which could centralize control over financial transactions, contrasting sharply with the decentralized nature of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. The speakers argue that such centralized control could lead to government overreach, including the ability to freeze assets or monitor spending, with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. opposing CBDCs for their potential to lead to a loss of freedom, drawing parallels to China's digital surveillance and control measures. The video also explores the complex issues surrounding immigration policy, particularly illegal immigration, and its potential use by governments to gain further control over their populations. It highlights the challenges faced by border agents and the security risks associated with uncontrolled immigration, criticizing the media's coverage of the issue and the deflective tactics used to shift blame away from current administration policies. Furthermore, the discussion touches on the consequences of sanctuary city policies and the influx of migrants in various U.S. cities, showcasing incidents of crime and the challenges faced by local communities. It contrasts the proactive stance on law and order in places like Florida with the decline in other areas due to leniency towards crime and illegal immigration, praising the benefits of strict law enforcement policies for community and economic well-being. The video concludes with a critique of the political landscape in the United States, particularly criticizing the Democratic Party for policies perceived as harmful to the country. It features commentary on various topics, including criticism of identity politics and the portrayal of men in media, challenging misleading narratives and emphasizing the need for truth-telling as a means to expose and counteract such narratives. Overall, the video presents a cautionary tale about the potential for disaster narratives and various global agendas to be exploited by those seeking to increase their power and control over the populace. It calls for vigilance against incremental encroachments on freedoms and emphasizes the importance of questioning the motives behind calls for drastic measures in response to predicted catastrophes, advocating for a more rational and honest discourse in politics and media to preserve individual freedoms and democratic values.